Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Datta Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Datta Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Datta Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vinda.
श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय।
Jai
श्रील कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की जय।
Jai
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Jai
समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय।
Jai
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा
Hare
कृष्णा
Krishna
कृष्णा
Krishna
कृष्णा
Krishna
हरे हरे
Hare Hare
हरे
Hare
राम
Rama
राम
Rama
राम
Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to today's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita reading. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, Chapter 1. It is a synopsis of the later pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, we were reading that Mahaprabhu, after he returned to Puri, he spent some time and returned from where? He had attempted to go to Bengal, and then I'm sorry, he had attempted to go to Vrindavan, and then actually he went only up to Bengal. He met Rup Sanatan Goswamis, went to Kanai Natashala, and then returned, came back. And on the way back, he went to Advaita. He decided, now I want to go to Jagannath Puri. So he went to Advaita Acharya's home, and from there, so many people were following him. There was so many crowds of devotees were following him. And here in Navadvip, especially, all the devotees of Navadvip, when he went to Advaita Acharya's home, all the devotees in Navadvip, they just wanted to follow with him. So he forbade them to go with him. He requested them, don't come with me. You can come for Rath Yatra. Now you stay back, like this. And then Mahaprabhu took only 2 associates with him. Who were the 2 associates that went with Mahaprabhu? One is Balabhadra Bhattacharya, the other one is Damodar Pandit. So after he reached Jagannath Puri, he spent some time there, and again this time he went to Vrindavan, but this time he did it secretly. He didn't make a big announcement and nobody knew. He went in the middle of the night with one assistant, that was Balabhadra Bhattacharya. Then we saw Mahaprabhu. Which path did he take this time when he went to Vrindavan? He went through the Jharkhand forests, and he went to Varanasi. He spent only 4 days in Varanasi. And then from there he went to Mathura. And in Mathura, he visited the 12 forests. What are the 12 forests that he visited? In Mathura, there is Kamyavan, and then in Vrindavan, right? The other forests are Madhuvan, Kusumavan, I'm forgetting the names. Um, Madhuvan, let me check. Yesterday We memorized it. This is the memory. 1 second. 47. Yes. Visited the 12 forests. What are the 12 forests? Srila Prabhupada gave the list here. The 12 forests are Kamyavan in Mathura, then Talavan. Yes, started Talavan. So there's Talavan, Tamalavan, then Madhuvan and Kusumavan. Okay. Then there are 3 B's: Bhandiravan, Bilvavan, Bhadravan. And then you have Khadiravan, Lohavan, Kumudavan, and Gokul Mahavan. Khadiravan, Lohavan, Kumudavan, and Gokul Mahavan. What are the 12 forests? Kamyavan, Talavan, Tamalavan, Kusumavan, Madhuvan, then Bhandiravan, Bilvavan, Bhadravan, Khadiravan, Lohavan, Gokul Mahavan. Like this. 12 forests. So the Lord visited these 12 forests in Vrindavan. And when he went to these forests, what happened? Because these forests are the sites of the Lord's Leelas, Krishna's pastimes. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went there, he was so agitated in those places. So Balabhadra Bhattacharya, seeing this, he as soon as with great difficulty, he got Mahaprabhu out of Mathura. Because in Mathura, he's in an uncontrollable state of ecstasy all the time at every moment. So he just brought him out of Mathura. So after coming out of Mathura, Mahaprabhu traveled along the banks of the Ganges and came to Prayag, Allahabad. In Prayag, Srila Rupa Goswami came to meet him, who had met him recently in Ramkeli as Dabir Khas. By now, he had given up his job, his service to that Nawab Hussain Shah. So he came and met with Mahaprabhu in Prayag. So there Mahaprabhu instructed Srila Rupa Goswami for 10 continuous days in the science of Krishna consciousness, and also gave him instructions of what services he should do, and he sent him to Vrindavan. Then Mahaprabhu continued from their return journey. So he came back to Varanasi. Remember, on the way to Vrindavan, he stayed in Varanasi for only 4 days. Now when he came back, he stayed for 2 months. Srila Sanatan Goswami had come to meet him. For 2 months, Mahaprabhu instructed Srila Sanatan Goswami in the science of Krishna consciousness, and also sent Sanatan Goswami to Mathura, giving him instructions what to do there. And then he also delivered the Mayavadi sannyasis in Varanasi, Prakashananda Saraswati and his followers. And after this, Mahaprabhu came back to Jagannath Puri. So all his travels, first to South India, actually first from how he came to Jagannath Puri in the first place, right? He went to Shantipur, met, and all his travels, what happened on the way, and finally he arrived in Jagannath Puri. And then from Jagannath Puri, he went to South India, traveling all the way up to Setubandha. And then again coming back to Jagannath Puri, attending the Rath Yatra festival, doing Gundicha Marjan. Then from there, going to Bengal, attempting to go to Vrindavan, going to Bengal, up to Ramakeli, and then Kanai Natshala, and then coming back. Then finally making another attempt, going again, attempting to go to Vrindavan, this time actually succeeding, and on the way going to Varanasi, and then coming back. All these travels happened in the first 6 years of Mahaprabhu's Leela. all his travels happen in the first 6 years of Mahaprabhu's sannyas leela, first 6 years of his, after he took sannyas. Then the remaining 6 years. So now he's back in Puri. What happened after he came back to Puri? Let's see. Mahaprabhu came back to Jagannath Puri. So we'll start 247. See, 246. The Lord traveled all over India for 6 years. He was sometimes here and sometimes there, performing his transcendental pastimes. And sometimes he remained at Jagannath Puri. See, when he came back from South India, he remained in Jagannath Puri for some time. Within those 6 years, all this happened. Next, today's verse. आनंदे भक्त संगे सदा कीर्तन विलास जगन्नाथ दर्शन प्रेमेर विलास आनंदे भक्त संगे सदा कीर्तन विलास Jagannath Darshana Premera Vilasa. So when he is in the association of devotees, he is enjoying the taste of, he is enjoying Kirtan, right? The ecstasy of Kirtan. And when he is taking darshan of Jagannath, he is enjoying the prema, love of Krishna. Premera Vilasa. While at Jagannath Puri, the Lord passed his time in great joy by performing Sankirtan and visiting the temple of Jagannath in great ecstasy. So now Mahaprabhu came back to Jagannath Puri. So in the beginning we had read, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami told us in the beginning of this Madhya Leela how his later pastimes are divided into 6 years, first 6 years, middle 6 years, and the last 12 years. So the next 6 years after traveling, when he came back to Puri, how was he spending his time in those 6 years? He was doing kirtan with all the devotees and he was taking darshan of Lord Jagannath. So he was still preaching, but he was not traveling. He was staying in Jagannath Puri, performing congregational chanting with devotees. And also we read how he was setting example to everyone else. Setting example of the highest standard of a devotee for 6 years. So that is what is happening now in Jagannath Puri. He would spend his time by doing kirtan with devotees in great joy, tasting that ecstasy of kirtan, and also he would take darshan of Jagannath. This was his activity. मध्य लीलारा कैलुम ए सूत्र विवरणा अंत्य लीलारा सूत्र एबे शुनो भक्त गणा. See, so the Shesha Leela consists of 2 sections. First there is Adi Leela and Shesha Leela. Adi Leela means the Lord's pastimes. So this is according to Caitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Bhagavat is different calculation. Okay, let's be with Chaitanya Charitamrita now. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, you have 2, Adi Leela, Shesha Leela. Adi Leela is the Lord's pastimes up to his acceptance of sannyas. Up to his acceptance of sannyas is Adi Leela. After taking sannyas, all the pastimes come in Madhya Leela. That means even his traveling and coming to Jagannath Puri, all that comes in Madhya Leela. I'm sorry, Shesha Leela. And then this Shesha Leela is again divided into 2 parts. There is Madhya Leela, Antya Leela. So Madhya Leela is what? Within Shesha Leela. So Shesha Leela consists of all the pastimes after taking sannyas up to his disappearance. That is Shesha Leela. From acceptance of sannyas up to the disappearance of Mahaprabhu is called Shesha Leela. Within that, you see the divisions of first 6 years, middle 6 years, and last 12 years. The first 6 years of the Shesha Leela is called Madhya Leela. Or not just the first 6 years. Yeah, the first 6 years. The first 6 years is called Madhya Leela. That means Mahaprabhu's traveling, that is Madhya Leela. And although it is the shortest time, isn't it? Adi Leela 24 years. Antya Leela 18 years. And Madhya Leela is 6 years. But that is the biggest section of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Those 6 years of traveling is the biggest section of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So now we have come to, so this is just the synopsis of what pastimes you will find in Madhya Leela. So this is the end of Madhya Leela. Now beginning the Antya Leela, the synopsis of Antya Leela. So you're clear, right? Madhya and Antya fall under Sesha Leela. So here, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying, thus I have given a synopsis of the Madhya Leela, the middle pastimes of the Lord. Now, O devotees, kindly hear the synopsis of the final pastimes of the Lord, known as the Antya Leela. Vrindavana hoite jadi Nila chale aila, 18 varshataha vasa kaha nahi gela. Yes. वृंदावन हैते जदि नीलाचले आयला 18 वर्षतः वास कहा नहीं गेला. So when he came back from Vrindavan and returned to Nilachal, for 18 years he continuously stayed in Nilachal, in Jagannath Puri. He did not go anywhere else. When the Lord returned to Jagannath Puri from Vrindavan, he remained there and did not go anywhere else for 18 years. प्रतिवर्ष आईसेन तहा गौडेर भक्तगण चारि मास रोहे प्रभुर संगे सम्मिलन. And when Mahaprabhu returned to Puri and stayed continuously for 18 years, every year devotees from Navadvip would come for Chaturmas, stay there for 4 months. They would come to attend Rath Yatra, stay there for 4 months and be in the association, meet with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, be in the association of Mahaprabhu. During those 18 years, all the devotees of Bengal used to visit him at Jagannath Puri every year. They would remain there for 4 continuous months and enjoy the company of the Lord. Nirantara nritya gita kirtana vilasa achandale prema bhakti korila prakasha. And what was the activity during those 18 years and when the devotees came from Navadvip? Nirantara, continuously without stopping, Nritya Gita, dancing and singing Kirtan. Vilasa. Vilasa means enjoying. Nirantara Nritya Gita Kirtana Vilasa. That was the only activity. Devotees would come together, sing and chant continuously and relish that. Achandale Prema Bhakti Korila Prakasha. Achandale Prema Bhakti Korila Prakasha. The Lord manifested Prema Bhakti. Prema Bhakti is the highest form of bhakti. And the Lord was manifesting this even to the lowest person, to everyone. Achandale, to everyone, even to the lowest person, Chandala, right? Even to the Chandala, he was manifesting this Prema Bhakti. At Jagannath Puri, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed chanting and dancing unceasingly. Thus he enjoyed the pastime of Sankirtan. He manifested his causeless mercy, pure love of God to everyone, including the lowest man. Pandita Gosai Koila Nilachale Vasa Vakreshwara Damodara Shankara Haridasa. So Pandit, who are the Pandits? Vakreshwar Pandit, Damodar Pandit, Shankara Pandit, Haridas Pandit, right? Haridas Pandit, Haridas Thakur. Pandita Gosai Koila Nilachal Evasa. They all stayed in Nilachal. Residing with the Lord at Jagannath Puri were Pandit Gosai and other devotees such as Vakreshwar, Damodar, Shankar and Haridas Thakur. Okay. No, not that all of them, because Vakreshwar Pandit, Damodar Pandit and Shankar Pandit, it is said, so I thought we are talking about those Pandits. No, Srila Prabhupada is saying, Pandita Gosai means Gadadhar Pandit. Sorry. Pandita Gosai is Gadadhar Pandit. So who all stayed with Mahaprabhu in Nilachal? Gadadhar Pandit stayed and other devotees like Vakreshwar Pandit, Damodar Pandit, Shankar Pandit and Haridas Thakur. Continuously they would stay in Puri with Mahaprabhu. Jagadananda Bhagavan Govinda Kashishwara Paramananda Puri Ara Swarupa Damodara. Who else? Jagadananda, Bhagavan, Govinda, Kashishwar, Paramananda Puri, and Swarup Damodar were other devotees who also lived with the Lord in Jagannath Puri. So the devotees from Bengal would come, visit Mahaprabhu during Chaturmas, and then go back. But uh, these devotees, they resided in Puri continuously with the Lord. Kashishwar Pandit, then Paramananda Puri, Govinda was his personal servant. Then Jagadananda, Bhagavan, Swarup Damodar, like that. They stayed with him. Kshetravasi Ramananda Raya Prabhriti Prabhu Sange Eisava Koila Nitya Sthiti. Srila Ramananda Raya and other devotees who were residents of Jagannath Puri also remained permanently with the Lord. So there are some devotees who were from beginning, they were the residents of Jagannath Puri. That means they were living in Jagannath Puri. Of course, now everyone is living in Jagannath Puri. They all came and now they're all living in Jagannath Puri. But even those devotees who were from Jagannath Puri, who were the residents of Jagannath Puri from before, that means they had their homes in Jagannath Puri, but they continuously stayed with Mahaprabhu. Those devotees who are actually residents means they have their homes in Jagannath Puri, Grihasthas. Srila Ramanandaraya and other devotees who are residents of Jagannath Puri, they also remained permanently with the Lord. Yeah, everyone was with the Lord. Advaita Nityananda Mukunda Srivas Vidyanidhi Vasudeva Murari Jatadas Prati Varshe Aise Sange Rahe Charimas Tasaba Loya Prabhura Vividha Vilas. Other devotees of the Lord headed by Advaitacharya, Nityananda Prabhu, Mukunda, Srivas, Vidyanidhi, Vasudeva and Murari used to visit Jagannath Puri and remain with the Lord for 4 continuous months. The Lord enjoyed various pastimes in their company, like that. So those who lived with him continuously in Jagannath Puri, the previous 3 verses, they were there with him all the time, like Gadadhar Pandit, Kashishwar Pandit, Vakreshwar Pandit. They were Haridas Thakur. They were living in Jagannath Puri. And also we have Paramananda Puri and Swarup Damodar Goswami. They were living with Mahaprabhu all the time. And then also those who were residents of Jagannath Puri, they would also stay with Mahaprabhu continuously, like Ramananda Rai. And then there were other devotees who were visiting from Navadvip and other places in Bengal, like Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu. They would come, Srivas Thakur, they would come, stay for 4 months and then go back. Shivananda Sen, like that. Vidyanidhi, Vasudev, Murari. They would visit, stay for 4 continuous months. Every year, 4 months continuously, they would spend in Puri with Mahaprabhu. The Lord enjoyed various pastimes in their company. हरिदासेर सिद्धि प्राप्ति अद्भुत से सब आपनी महाप्रभु जार कोइल महोत्सव हरिदासेर सिद्धि प्राप्ति अद्भुत से सब आपनी महाप्रभु जार कोइल mahotsav. So how Haridas Thakur achieved perfection? So the passing away of Haridas Thakur. So at Jagannath Puri, Haridas Thakur passed away. The incident was very wonderful. Adbhuta Sesava. That the passing away of Haridas Thakur is wonderful, amazing. And personally, Mahaprabhu performed the final ceremony, performed the samadhi of Haridas Thakur and the feast. He personally went and begged for Mahaprasad of Jagannath and he arranged for a feast to feed all the devotees. Personally, he did that. Apani Mahaprabhu Jara Koila Mahotsava, great festival. At Jagannath Puri, Haridas Thakur passed away. The incident was very wonderful because the Lord himself performed the festival of Thakur Haridas's departure. तबे रूप गोसाईरा पुनर् आगमन Tahara Hridaya Koila Prabhu Shakti Sancharana. So again, see, first Rup Sanatan Goswamis met Mahaprabhu where? In Ramkeli. Second time, Rup Goswami met Mahaprabhu in Prayag, and Sanatan Goswami met Mahaprabhu in Varanasi, where they got instructions. This is the third time. Rup Sanatan Goswamis, they came to Jagannath Puri. While Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri, they came and met him. And here, when we were reading earlier in the beginning of Madhya Khanda, we saw how Rupa Goswami understood what was in the heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu during Rath Yatra when he was in the mood of Srimati Radharani, right, singing a particular uh, shloka, reciting a particular shloka. Rupa Goswami understood that happened here in Jagannath Puri when Rup Sanatan Goswamis visited. Of course, they didn't visit at the same time, they came separately, but at Jagannath Puri, Srila Rupa Goswami met the Lord again, and the Lord invested his heart with all transcendental power. The Lord invested in the heart of Rupa Goswami all transcendental power here, because only he could understand. Only Rupa Goswami could understand. Only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew, of course. Swarup Damodar Goswami and Rupa Goswami could understand. So Mahaprabhu himself was surprised. How Rupa Goswami knows what I am thinking? I didn't tell anyone. Then Swarup Damodar Goswami said, it is not possible for anyone to know your mind unless you yourself reveal it to someone, empower someone. So then Mahaprabhu admitted, yes, right? When I saw Rupa Goswami at Ramkeli, seeing his humility, he was very much impressed, and he saw that this is a person who's qualified to uh, receive and spread this love of Godhead on behalf of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna consciousness. So therefore, Mahaprabhu said, I invested my power in him, and that's why he's able to understand. So that's what we're reading here. Rupa Goswami came to Jagannath Puri, and in Jagannath Puri, Mahaprabhu invested Rupa Goswami's heart with empowerment. तबे छोटा हरिदास से प्रभु कोइला दंडा दामोदर पंडित कोइला प्रभु के वाक्य दंडा. So again, this is just a synopsis, a list of what pastimes are going to come in the Antya Leela. So we saw Rup Goswami visited Mahaprabhu, how certain devotees were living in Puri all the time, and then what pastimes the Lord would have with those devotees. How that some devotees would visit from, they were throughout those 18 years, every year devotees were visiting from Bengal and staying with Mahaprabhu for 4 continuous months. So then what pastimes he would have with them, all that will come in Antya Leela. Then the episode of the passing away of Haridas Thakur, that also comes in Antya Leela. And now how Rupa Goswami is empowered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri, right? That is also described in Antya Leela. So the next pastime is Junior Haridas, right? There is Haridas Thakur, there's Chota Haridas also. So how Mahaprabhu punished Chota Haridas, that is one incident. And the other incident is how Damodar Pandit warns Mahaprabhu, right? Damodar Pandit warns Mahaprabhu. After this, the Lord punished Junior Haridas. After this means, after empowering Rupa Goswami, right? Next. After this, the Lord punished Junior Haridas, and Damodar Pandit gave some warning to the Lord. Purport. Actually, Damodar Pandit was the eternal servant of the Lord. He could not punish the Lord at any time, nor had he any desire to. That means he's very, like giving an order like that. Like he would come, like giving an order to the Lord, basically, and correcting what you're doing is not right. You shouldn't do like this, Damodar Pandit. So he could not, actually, his position is he's a servant of Mahaprabhu. He could not punish the Lord at any time, nor had he any desire to, because he's a servant. But he did give some warning to the Lord so that others would not blaspheme him. Of course, he should have known that the Lord is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and is free to act in any way. There is no need to warn him. and such an action is not very much appreciated by advanced devotees. Damodar Pandit would warn Mahaprabhu, this is not right. Right? So, yeah. Tabe Sanatana. So, we will read that again, but in short. So, there was one boy who was very much attached to Mahaprabhu. Very beautiful boy, small boy. He was very attached. He would come to Mahaprabhu every day. And because he was small child, and he would come to Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu also would reciprocate with him. He would reciprocate with him. And every day the boy would come and Mahaprabhu would spend time with him. He would be very affectionate to him. So Damodar Pandit chastised Mahaprabhu, saying that you're a sannyasi, you shouldn't be playing with a boy like this. This is not good. What you're doing is not good. So then, but he's just a small boy. How can it be against, sannyas dharma? He's just a small boy. Damodar Pandit said, he has no fault, but he has one big fault. The fault is his mother is a beautiful widow. So she doesn't have a husband and she's young and beautiful. And if the boy is coming and playing with you all the time, the world will point fingers at you like that. So, of course, Mahaprabhu sometimes said, oh, Damodar Pandit, he chastises me like he's my superior. But yeah, but Mahaprabhu appreciated that also. And he sent Damodar Pandit to Bengal to Sachimata. So all this will come in the Antelila, Damodar Pandit. So Srila Prabhupada is explaining how Damodar Pandit's mood is, he's a servant of the Lord. But you see, everyone has a particular mood, right? Like you see in Lord Krishna's consorts, there is Rukmini Devi and there is Satyabhama, right? Jambavati. So each one has a particular mood in which they serve the Lord, right? Rukmini Devi's mood is different, Satyabhama's mood is different. And everything is meant for the pleasure of Krishna ultimately. So similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's devotees, associates, they are also actually eternal associates who have come to participate in Mahaprabhu's Leela. So when they came, each one also has a particular mood, right? Jagadananda has a different mood. Like he's also like, actually Satyabhama, right? And then there is Damodar Pandit. Damodar Pandit corrects Mahaprabhu like that. So they are all servants of the Lord. It's like when you have a meal, you have different tastes. One is sour, one is sweet, one is salty, right? But everything is meant to make the meal pleasurable for the person who is eating it. Like that, all the devotees' different moods are meant for the pleasure of the Lord only. But they have their particular nature. Each flower has its own special fragrance. Mogra is mogra, rose is rose, lotus is lotus, right? So you cannot say compare. Each one has its own, each fruit has its own. Pineapple has pineapple's flavor, lemon has lemon's flavor. You cannot say this is better than that one. Each one has its unique flavor and they're all relishable like that. So each devotee has a particular mood in which they serve the Lord. So Damodar Pandit's mood is he would correct, but his mood is always a servant only. But here, out of concern for the Lord's reputation, he was correcting the Lord. So what Srila Prabhupada is saying, of course, he didn't mean to correct the Lord and show that he's, that's not the mood at all. But still, he should have known. That's what Srila Prabhupada is saying. Or at least it's a lesson for the devotees to understand that he is the Supreme Lord, right? He's above everything, all rules and regulations. And besides, he knows what he is doing. So he should not have corrected the Lord like that. That's what Srila Prabhupada is saying. Okay, next. Tabe Sanatana Gosaira Punar Agamana Jyeshtamase Prabhutare Koila Parikshana. Thereafter, Sanatan Goswami met the Lord again. So, see, Rup Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, they met Mahaprabhu in Puri. They didn't come together. Rup Goswami came first. And then after that, we had this Chota Haridas's and Damodar Pandit's episodes. Then Rup Goswami went back. Then Sanatan Goswami came. Thereafter, Sanatan Goswami met the Lord again. Again, why? Because he also met in Ramkeli, then he had met in Varanasi, and now he's meeting again in Jagannath. Thereafter, Sanatan Goswami met the Lord again, and the Lord tested him in scorching heat during the month of Jyeshta. So he came in this, peak summertime, and the Lord tested Sanatan Goswami. He got all these boils on his body, and pus was oozing from those boils, blood was oozing, and in spite of all that, you know, so Sanatan Goswami would stay with Haridas Thakur. He would not go to Jagannath temple, thinking himself to be a Mlecha because he served Nawab Hussain Shah. Haridas Thakur, because he felt that I'm a Muslim from a Mlecha Yavana background, he wouldn't go. So Sanatan Goswami, he would stay there. So Mahaprabhu would come to meet him every day because they wouldn't go to the temple. Mahaprabhu would come to meet them. So Mahaprabhu would come, and Sanatan Goswami's body was covered with all these boils that were, Prabhupada says they're called weeping sores. They're oozing, pus is oozing out all the time. And Sanatan Goswami, I mean, personally, so much he's suffering because of the boils, but his concern was not about his suffering. His concern was that he's contaminated, right? All these nasty things oozing from his skin, and Mahaprabhu's coming and touching his body. He couldn't bear that. So Mahaprabhu would come and forcibly, he would say, "My Lord, please don't touch me." Mahaprabhu would come and forcibly grab him and embrace him. And all those pus and everything would rub against the soft transcendental body of Mahaprabhu, rub against his body. And this was unbearable for Sanatan Goswami. This was unbearable. So Sanatan Goswami, and finally he even decided, I'll go and kill myself. What is the use of this body? Right? I cannot do any service in this body, and I'll just, in Rath Yatra, I'll go and throw this body, throw myself in front of the Jagannath cart, Rath, and this will be finished, like that. But he didn't tell that. He asked Jagadananda Pandit that, Mahaprabhu comes and embraces me all the time. I don't feel good. And I tell him, how much ever I tell him, he doesn't listen. So I'm thinking I'll just leave Jagannath Puri. I won't stay here. Like that. So Jagadananda Pandit said, yeah, that's good. You can leave Jagannath Puri. I understand what you're saying. So go back to Vrindavan, like that. And this news came to Mahaprabhu that Jagadananda Pandit has informed or has advised Sanatan Goswami to go back to Vrindavan. So Mahaprabhu got very angry. What does this Jaga think of himself? He is instructing Sanatan Goswami. Sanatan Goswami is his senior, his superior. He is instructing him. This little boy, right, still drinking milk from his mother, he comes to instruct such a senior devotee, Sanatan Goswami, right? Sanatan Goswami, I treat him like my guru. He's so advanced, like that. Mahaprabhu's mood was like that towards Sanatan Goswami. So then he came to Sanatan Goswami, and of course, what is Sanatan Goswami planning? He was planning to end his life, and Mahaprabhu knows everything. He's in the heart. So he said, "What is this? You're trying to end this life? You know how many plans I have that I want to achieve through this body, through your body? There's so much I want to do. And you are taking my body. You surrendered yourself to me. That means this is not your body anymore. It is mine. I can act through this body. I can do whatever I like with this body. How you can end this body? What right you have got?" Like this. And then of course Sanatan Goswami was feeling so ashamed. Mahaprabhu came and he embraced Sanatan Goswami. And all the boils and the pus and everything disappeared. His body became, very effulgent, resplendent, completely healthy by Mahaprabhu's mercy. So this
Is
whole
this
thing was,
Mataji? Mataji, is this the pastime where he asked for where is the knife? Is it what
No,
knife
no,
and
no, 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 no. That was
Vrindavan?
in Navadvip. Yes, that was Murari Gupta, Navadvip. This is Jagannath Puri after taking sannyas. This is Sanatan Goswami. It will come. Yeah, this we didn't read all this yet. This is still a synopsis. I'm just giving you, a little bit. Initially itself, I'm telling you a little bit about the pastime, but it will come. All these pastimes will come in Antilila. So Sanatan Goswami, um, yeah, so he got his body, all his sores were all cured. So this verse here is saying that Sanatan Goswami was tested by the Lord in the month of Jeshta, right? And also he would walk on the hot sands beach, sandy beach. He would take on, because his body was covered by all these sores, he would not go when he would go out, he would not walk on the main road, because on the main road the devotees of Jagannath are walking, going to the temple to do services to Lord Jagannath. So if they touched his body, then that would be an offense to Jagannath, and then they would go and do services for Jagannath. It would be an offense. So therefore, he wouldn't go on the main road. The only other alternative was to walk on the beach. So the sand was so hot, and his feet, already he had these boils, and he would walk on the hot sand just to avoid, uh, just so that the pujaris, the pandas, they wouldn't touch the body of Sanatan Goswami. So it is said that the Lord tested Sanatan Goswami when he came. Being pleased, the Lord sent Sanatan Goswami back to Vrindavan. After that, he was fed wonderfully by the hands of Sri Advaita Acharya. I'll go back to the previous verse. Yeah, we'll just end here. Time is up actually. 15 minutes ago only it's end. Therefore, Sanatan Goswami met the Lord again. Thereafter, Sanatan Goswami met the Lord again, and the Lord tested him in scorching heat during the month of Jeshta. That's the test. He got all these boils and all that. Then next is being pleased, the Lord sent Sanatan Goswami back to Vrindavan. After he was restored to normal health and everything, then Mahaprabhu sent him back to Vrindavan. There was service to be done, right? Erecting all the temples and excavating all the Leela Sthalis. All that was entrusted to the Goswamis, headed by Rup and Sanatan Goswami. So the Lord sent Sanatan Goswami back to Vrindavan. And then after he left, Mahaprabhu was fed sumptuously, nicely, wonderfully by Srila Advaita Acharya. So we will read that pastime also. We'll continue tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.